All right, welcome back everybody to the channel today and to the iRacing AI JKR Mazda Cup. I don't know what to call this series. So, thank you all so much for stopping by. How this goes, we're going to have a quick one lap qualifying session, 20-minute race. Season finale today, so that is something definitely to look forward to. If it's your first time here and you enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like down below and subscribe so you don't miss any of the action from this series, the upcoming series, past series, anything I've done. Make sure you're part of enjoying this content. So thank you all so much for stopping by. If I have any mic issues, I apologize. If you've known me for a while, it's something that unfortunately I can't do a whole heck of a lot about at this moment in time. If you haven't already, or if you are new here, make sure you go back and watch the the Formula V series that came first in this series of videos, followed by the Spec Racer Ford series, followed by this. So this is the season finale, race number 9. If you only care about the Mazda Cup car and you want to see good racing in the Mazda Cup car, you might want to see videos mid Ohio and last time out at Watkins. But make sure you go back nonetheless and check out the videos. This is race 9 of 9 in the season. If you are not up to date, I'll just quickly recap. We have a 31-point lead over Christopher Bell. We're realistically the only two that can win the championship here, so looking forward to this race. Should be okay. We're just going to try to have a nice, smooth, clean race. If we finish 31st or better, we win the championship. So in the field of 40, the hardest task ever assigned to me, but we can't go wreck out immediately, so that's going to be the goal here, is hopefully get a solid qualifying spot up in the top 5 or so. And hope we can hang on. Maybe we should be using first gear there. That was really bad. It's fine. So, again, almost all of it in Pontiac. So, not a lot of any Mazda, although I do have some. So, not totally foreign. We should be okay here on the old lap time. Use first gear here, see what we can max out for first gear pace. About 60 miles an hour, so we'll keep that in mind next time around the corkscrew as we start our singular flying lap. I want to get this video going a little bit because I know we're going to have to do a little bit of a recap at the end of the video, followed by kind of summarizing what is on the cards for first. It's fine, just a Q lap. It did change the car slightly since I've last been here in the car, so that's something to keep in mind as far as normally be around here. I'm using my head, aren't always back, so maybe we'll try first gear and race through turn 1. Right. Lap so far, maybe not my best lap ever, but that's not the point really. So, of course, last time out was a mundane, boring Watkins Glen. Sat on the pole, had a little bit of a battle for 2 or 3 laps with Dale Earnhardt Jr. And then broke off, and we're able to just kind of check the sail and have a good event. So definitely first gear through there is going to be where we want to be. Carry a speed all the way down the hill here. Nice late apex. I like to take a break. Yeah, I prefer to kind of roll that outside there. Keep it there just to keep the rear tires hooked up. Really tricky corner actually. Down the first but we'll get a start towards the start finish line to finish our singular flying lap. And the time is a 1:39.45. Solid, respectable lap. Not my personal best or anything, and not a world record by far. Probably at least 3 or 4 seconds off the world record, but that's okay. Looks like we're looking pretty good. We are on the pole by over a second and a half, which I didn't actually expect. So that's okay. We'll take it. All right, make sure we got everything all set here. And look forward to this event. Double check everything is working well. Double check the recording software real quickly. Yep, looks to be working well. So we're ready to go here at Laguna Seca. So a nice margin of pole right there, 2 seconds plus back. So talking about only needing to finish 31st. What did we run? We ran 39:45. 31st is actually, get going here. 31st was like 5 seconds slower. Hopefully we can manage to do that in the race. That would be plenty good if we can run 5 seconds slower. So it's down at Pontiac pace there. If we're in like a 44, I've seen some Pontiacs hit even some 42s and stuff. Is actually an incredible Pontiac lap. So Junior starting third, driver's left for left-hand corner behind me. So nice Q lap by Brent Foster actually, second place. So he could end the season strong after kind of hanging out around 5th to 10th most of the first chunk of the season. He's come on strong lately. Use second gear, I guess. Here, first gear is just a little bit too short. We're going to try to not cheese this start, but maximize our corner exit from the last corner. I usually wait longer until the green, but around a track like this where the pace car does peel off before the last corner, we can kind of try to catch everybody sleeping, accelerating off of that last tight corner, use the whole racetrack. So we'll try to do that, especially with what we have to do to accomplish a championship today. It was our lap 140, so again, math, we're going to probably have about 13 laps here. 12 to 13, we'll see if we end up with issues or traffic. And tire wear is actually fairly high here. You get, even in the Pontiac sometimes, some pretty significant tire wear as we go, notably through corners like this big swooping left-hander coming up here. You carry a lot of speed. Some of these faster, long corners, you really push the front tires, so we'll have to be aware of that the last couple laps of this race. So here we go, ready to rock and roll. Field nice and spread actually here. We'll try to make sure everything is good. Pace car going to jump off here. Make sure that we're all in the right gear. We'll accelerate hard, use all the racetrack. Probably just about the worst start anyone's ever gotten here. Essentially, that was really poor by me, but it got the job done. So make sure we got everything nice and ready to rock and roll. Tires should be warm enough, and off we go. Single that up through there. We are going to hold it in second here. Right out to the Revolution. A little bit of a deep turn in there. We'll have to keep that in mind from our normal brake zone. Make sure we get some tire heat here for this fast corner. Don't want to be sliding up there. A little cold anyways, but we'll make it work through there. Already 1.5 seconds back to Brent and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Smooth up the hill, and now we come up to the kink, top of the hill, and then run up towards the Ray Hall straightaway and the corkscrew. Curve nice. We'll cross up here. That's actually Bubba Burger now, apparently. They've updated that. A little sideways around the curve on entry, but just managed to get the car stopped. A little squirrely through the corkscrew, no problem. We've actually opened up a little bit of a gap now. From a little bit of a log jam at the corkscrew or the kink the first lap. Out to the curb there, really easy to run wide there. I've done it a million times. First gear for the final corner, nice and smooth, and run a little bit wide on exit, no harm, no foul. Just drop the wheel. 1 lap down, so a 3-second gap already. This might be another one of those boring races. We have great pace apparently. I was not expecting to have that much Q pace, 2.5 plus. So we've ran a lot of laps, but that's the first time we've been, like significantly seconds faster than the rest of the field. So pleasant surprise, but a day earlier, this is probably the track I have just about the most laps at, other than Summit style, and I have raced the Mazda here before, so not foreign to me like some of the other circuits have been in the past. Smooth, easy downshifts. Good battle there. Brent is actually going to get passed by Dale Jr. for second place there. Jr. having that recovery. I don't know what happened to him. Remember back at Sebring, the race that we drove through the field effectively. That was a fun race, but Jr. from the lead actually had some sort of issue there in that race. So finished in the 30s. I think he finished 30th or 31st, so dropped 30 points, and he's still recovering from that. Would have actually put him up in second place at that time if he would have ran even in the top 5. So unfortunate for him at that point of the season. Been on a recovery since then, but looking at another second place finish. I remember the first 5 races or so he finished a spot behind me in every single one of them. So solid championship contender, but probably not going to be meant to be for a top 2 even this year. 2 laps down, 39.1 again, solid lap. Already almost 5 minutes into the sucker. Pretty long lap around here, not exceptionally, but not Nürburgring or Le Mans or Road America length of lap, but long enough. Already 6-second gap, a nice start out with there. That was actually a really nice corner. Got turned in really nice under power. All the way out to the curb here. Turn. Make sure we catch that curb. Let it wash out. Not my best corner. It'll do. 4th gear. Spot the brake marker at 50. Because it does decrease radius a little bit, and you want to be able to straighten this out, protect. Very hard to get around the outside there into here, obviously. Just a little blip turn in, you can see the curb, or when you know you're going to curb before you can actually see it. If you turn in when you see it, you'll be too late, but you know where it is. Up the hill, hold this higher rev if you can. About 320. There a little bit too early, actually. Still overshot just a little bit. 2nd gear leaving the corkscrew. 3rd gear for the flowing downhill here. This is probably my least favorite corner. A lot of bang, easy to overdrive. Not wide there on exit. Trust the grip more than you should. 200 or so there. We'll get it back down for the final corner, and I'll shut up and let you guys just listen to a lap at Laguna Seca. So there we go. Decent lap, not my best lap or anything, but good enough, right at 39.1 where we've been running previously. So already 8.5 seconds is the advantage over the just incredible performance. I honestly didn't really expect. Happy to have it, obviously. Good pace, just the dumbest shift ever there. But that kind of makes for another one of those boring races that we've had a couple of recently. The first couple races were definitely a little more exciting, but that's racing sometimes. You have really good days and just have everybody's number. And it's weird with this AI, you never really know right where the sweet spot is for pace, especially in these cars that can draft like this. So hopefully as we move up the series going where the draft isn't quite so key, that'll kind of separate a little bit as far as just race pace goes. So up again to the corkscrew for the 5th time. Nice and smooth. You kind of, again, like the kink, you gotta kind of know where the exit of the corkscrew is. Just from knowledge tracking before you get there. If you turn when you see it, first of all, you can't ever really see it. It's so steep downhill. But if you turn when you see it or when you think it's there, you're going to be either really slow or off in the lily pads to the left. You just you gotta kind of put the car where you know it should be, based from experience of doing it wrong, rather than looking for the curb there. So Junior so far has really opened up 2 seconds already, as we're going to be back right about halfway next lap. So keep that in mind. Maybe we'll have 13 laps here. 12, we'll see if traffic comes into play. Getting that 13th come into play a little bit. Place like Summit Point came into play. A couple other races. So as we get to longer races as well with different size fields, we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Like some of the variation of cars running up front. We had smaller fields and different skills in the spec in the Formula V. It was, very much the same guys ran up front every time, which has been a little bit of the case here. Very strong in every race, but for the most part, everybody else has been kind of fluctuating. Christopher Bell, Nate, Brent, Jeff, some of the other people have kind of, run up into single digits pretty much every race, but it varies a little bit as far as, who finishes where, so that gives you a little bit of opportunity to claw some points anywhere if you lose some, which is nice. I hope that continues as we move up here and get different strengths of field. A little bit of a slide there, actually. Still looking okay. Seconds behind the tail end of the field, which means they're about a minute behind us, give or take. Again, just about run out wide there. Be careful with that. Yeah, going to be just about at the 10-minute mark here. Halfway, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Just about 2 seconds short at this time. So hopefully we'll get 13 laps. It may just be the 12 here today. 11.5 seconds is the gap now. Just a great drive thus far. Just been very happy with the performance of this car. The setup works well. Setup that I built back when the Mazda was updated. Previously, I don't know how long ago that was, maybe a couple seasons now. So that's always good. Dog experience. Dog scared and running away. Okay, have fun. Anyway, so yeah, this is a good set that I built, available in my Discord for subscription. If anybody needs some iRacing sets for the 2022 calendar year, subscription is open. Just contact me. Do late model, BNC open, road stuff, and enduros. Any requests you might have, I can probably make it work, especially if it's asphalt. I either can do it myself or there's somebody that can help us out. So if you run a lot of asphalt, run a lot of open sets, and need some, just in cruise control now. We're not pushing too terribly hard or anything. Don't want to make the big mistake and throw away, a gap like this in a race like this where we've been oh so good. Really just super happy with the performance and how this car is run. I mean, I'm just incredibly happy with how this setup has worked for this racetrack. Is kind of how I build for a track like this. Not so much a draft track or anything like that, but twisty stuff with variations of corners. So I'm very, other than the driver needing a modification, obviously, I'm very happy with how the car's performed. So it's been a great event thus far. Minutes here, 7-8 minutes, we can really finish it off. We are going to catch this traffic right at the end here in the last 2 or 3 laps, it looks like. So keep that in mind for the patience game with Jobling, Matt Holden, and Peter Inglis. Nice and smooth, no pressure, just kind of, like I said, in cruise control mode at this point. Just awesome pace. I don't know if it's the AI just being a little bit off here or me just being really actually pretty good here. You know, we saw a similar thing at Summit again. A lot of seat time at Summit, but not so much that I should be just waxing everybody. Obviously, that was a much shorter lap on the short out. So, you know, whatever I won the pole by there, 7 or 8 tenths was pretty much equivalent to the amount that I won by here, and we really put 30 seconds on the field, if not for my leg with that lap car. Hi, doggo. Puppy is so confused. I'm in the sim race. Dad left for something. Mom's at work. Ryan's at school, so she's very confused. Keep the check, 6.5 minutes, probably just about, I don't know how many laps. We'll see how it plays out. Get the car actually stopped for turn 1 this time. That's a nice change. We're actually faster that last lap than the previous lap, though, somehow. I do like Laguna Seca. I like tracks, and draft plays a little bit of a factor here, especially in the Pontiac. But usually not enough where you can just pass people. It's usually not enough of a delta where, you know, if you're in the draft and you're slower, you can just, you know, pull out and pass someone like we would have seen at Daytona or Road America or, you know, Watkins Classic last time out or anything like that. It's, you know, it's not such a difference where you can be out to lunch and hang on, or even Spa. PCC went to Spa recently, and people were like, if you're not, you know, 2 seconds a lap faster, they'll just they'll follow you all the way around the back half and then up Eau Rouge down Kemmel Straight, and you know you can never get away. It's not enough twisty bits in there to really break the draft, so you gotta be like significantly faster, which kind of sucks. I've been in that point, and you know you lose to cars or get in incidents with cars that you should have no business even racing with sometimes, but that's how it goes, and you make that choice when you run tracks like this. So I like this track. I like Summit. Again, Summit, definitely my favorite track. The straightaway keeps you in tow range, and you can kind of help people out if they're teammates or whatever. But you know, the twisty bits and the hairpin there, your craft and your skill and bravery is really rewarded through that section. So, and even Okayama, but there's the long straightaway, but that really just helps people hold on, and it's not really strong enough to make any big passes. Long straightaway Okayama, but the hairpins and the series of hairpins and stuff like that really help to separate the cars. If you are better under braking or something, you can definitely hold someone off down the straightaway if you're, you know, a significant amount faster than they are. So I enjoy Okayama not as much as this place in Summit, but this type of track really suits me and what I enjoy. All right. Here as we go around this corner, just about 4 minutes 16 seconds left. We'll check back at the line, see if we're going to get 2 laps or 3. We need about 3 minutes 20 seconds here, a little bit more, 3 more laps. We'll see if we can have that. Just about 13 seconds up to the next cars ahead here. Almost 19 seconds back to Dale Jr. Just a fabulous race all around from the entire 199 Mazda crew. It's been great. Again, well, I got some time here to think. Thanks for awesome backgrounds you see on my videos and streams. All the JKR Discord guys, Faster Esports, Average Joes, everybody that contributes to the success and the fun that I have racing cars on a lot of sims, but mainly iRacing. It's definitely something that I enjoy and something that I have cherished a great deal in my life. As we check over the line there, it's going to be just about 3:20, so we'll see if I can click off on a couple of nice laps here and get us under that time to have another. Not that I want that because it's pretty boring, but curious. May or may not catch the cars up ahead here, so. Laps, but I'm not sure it's great enough laps to be able to catch some of these guys, but we'll see. Going the target number there. Gonna have to do around 5 seconds a lap. If next lap is the last lap, we're gonna have to be about 5 seconds a lap faster to catch them right at the very end. So keep an eye on that. Front tire is definitely fully worn out now. Tough to turn in there with any kind of ferocity or speed. But 20-second gap, the job is done. We've done our part. Run a great race. Smooth race, no issues, no drama. A slight 1x at the end of lap 2, I believe, on the outside of the final corner, but that was just a little bit of cold tires and me pushing a little bit. Hard downshift there. Make sure we get turned in here, get the direction changed. I'm going to slide too much. Good enough. Take it. See if we can beat the way flow this time. You can just start to see Richard Jobling up ahead. There we go. Use all the racetrack, and it's the moment of truth. Are we going to get the final lap white flag symbol? Well, decent lap for me. It is going to be the white flag, and we are going to catch Richard Jobling right at the end. So we are going to be like literally just barely 1 second short of needing another lap there. That was actually a decent lap by me. So right at the end of this lap, we're going to catch Richard here. So see if we can navigate him cleanly through the final corner or two. We probably won't catch him for sure until after the corkscrew. So in those is just going to be where we're at. See if we just decide to follow him or where the situation arises. So we get the fuel warning, not an issue. 20 seconds the gap back to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Just a great performance, great drive. Very, very happy all around. Great season. Looking forward to returning quickly, and then looking forwards to the upcoming season as soon as we finish up the checkered flag here. Steve Myers back to 38th now. Passed by Peter Inglis at some point here recently. Missed the curb just a little bit there, but no harm. 2.5 seconds now. So the cars ahead, we should make up a good chunk here. Very easy, under 2 seconds now. See if we can catch him here in these last couple corners. Look for there. Start to see a little more traffic here. Second to last corner. Catch him in the run down this final corner. He's actually going to pull out of the way with the blue flag and let us go. That was very nice of him. Just barely catch lap traffic, so not as boring of a race as Watkins Glen last time out or Mid-Ohio. But that's going to be that. That's the finale. 23-second margin of victory. And we will be victorious once again for the 8th time in 9 races at Laguna Seca. Excellent drive, excellent race. That was a ton of fun. And now it's time to go wait for these results to go official and celebrate and move on to the next. Again, thank you so much everybody for stopping by and viewing. If you enjoyed this video, even though it was a little bit of a mundane race, and enjoy videos like this against the iRacing AI and series such as this, be sure to like this video. I'm going to get that time, I swear. Be sure to like this video, subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the action from the upcoming seasons we have planned. Obviously, I hinted at the Formula 3 ride that's coming up next. But after that, got some more surprises in store for what's going to follow that up next. So look forward to that. Be on the lookout. It's been a lot of fun thus far doing these cool series and kind of recreating a racing career a little bit. I think back to when I first started iRacing, and they had literally about half the content they have now, and certainly less than half the members, and it was just a totally different era of iRacing, where you're almost kind of, not the pioneers, those were those first couple 3 years or so, but I got in before the end of year 5 in 2013, and really was there for kind of the growth from a niche thing to something that was a real hobby and people enjoyed and was really, really successful. So that was really cool to be a part of that and that growing period and moving my way up the ladder of the different disciplines, and now kind of getting to do the same thing over again in the road series here. So I've really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the Formula 3 series that we'll kind of preview coming up here shortly once these results go official, and then we'll come on back in the next video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Apparently our pit box is all the way down here. I never qualified down here. Obviously, being in the Pontiac, we start way back there. If I've ever had to pit in that car, way at the back of the back end pit road. I've actually missed my pit box once. It was literally like the last corner, so that's okay. All right, for these results here. There they go. So we'll check out this video. All right, well, pull up the sponsors here. All right, check that out. Another victory, yes, yes, yes. We're the champion, yes. iRacing, AI, JKR, Mazda MX-5 champion. 8 wins in 9 races, and of course the second place finish at Road America. So Christopher Bell ends up second place, 38 points behind, almost a full race actually. So if we would have won, if we would have won Road America, we would have had one more point, which would be a 39-point gap. Which means the only way he could have won is if he won a following race and we finished last, we would have tied, I think. So almost a full race up ahead. We led 101 of 124 laps throughout the season, obviously. Great start. We had the instance at Road America that relegated us back at Sebring for our start. So the average start of third, 7 poles, and then we had the third place start at Daytona. And we started 18th or something at Sebring, give or take. 8 wins, so just a great season all around. 15x. Dale Jr. did wind up third in points, overtaking Jeff Rubin in the final race. He finishes 45 back, 47 back for Jeff, 52 back for Jason Breifogel for the top 5 in the season standings. So, what is coming up next? Well, we're going open wheel racing. It's the Formula 3 season coming up next, a Dallara F3 car on iRacing. Similar settings, similar skill chunks. So 20-minute races, rolling starts. That series starts off next time out at Mid-Ohio, followed by Road Atlanta, track full course that we haven't run yet, I don't think. Did we run the full course? Yeah, we did. I'm dumb. We ran the full course in the Mazda. So Mid-Ohio, full course again. Road Atlanta, full course. Sebring International, the full course there. No more club circuit as much as I like that. Watkins Classic Boot. Classic Boot? No, normal boot. So we do have the bus stop. We do have the boot for that. So be on the lookout for that. We have not run a circuit like that yet. Okayama full. I don't think we ran Okayama full. I think, did we run Okayama short? I don't remember. It's been a while. Spa. We have not visited Spa yet, I don't think. So that's the Grand Prix pits for that. So the La Source is turn 1, I think. So that's what that is. And then Nürburgring Grand Prix. We have not run the Nürburgring yet, but the Grand Prix circuit. So 7 races there. And we will be one of 40 cars in that field. So that's what's coming up next. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. It's kind of one of those that I am looking forward to see how we stack up against the AI. Definitely not my favorite car or the car I have the most seat time in or anything like that. But it should be a good challenge and a good thing to kind of see where we stack up. So be sure to like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of that action down below. Thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, bye.